So hey guys, it's Steph. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am coming to you live with another video. I guess I'm just on a roll now. Today I'm going to be doing another video, even though I said I wasn't going to do any more of these, about my weight loss, what I've been doing to maintain losing weight, basically how I got to where I am now. So I'm just gonna say off the bat, if you're looking for like a quick fix, like a quick weight loss solution, this is not your video. It took me almost 5 years to get to where I am now, and a lot of consistent and non-consistent work to get me to this point. It has not been like a little 2-month get my life together thing, although I have done that in the past. Like for long-term results, that's what this video is more focused on. So yeah, and also I am not a licensed dietitian. I'm not literally anything. I have no certifications to be saying what I'm saying at all. But I'm just gonna tell you basically what I've done in the past, what I'm doing now, and just kind of a history of me and my struggle with weight gain, weight loss, binge eating, binge drinking, all of that fun stuff. So if you're interested in a little story of a video, then this is for you. And I hope that maybe some of you can relate to this, and maybe it does help somebody out there who is struggling and is at a place in their life where I have been. So with that being said, let's just get right into the video. So I guess I'll start from the beginning. I know I have talked about this in videos before, but we're just gonna pretend like you've never heard this, okay? If you're a returning subscriber. So basically, I've always been athletic since I was like 8 or 9. I always played sports, played soccer year round, played it in the winter, played it in the fall, played it in the spring, played it in the summer. I played all the time. So I was a very active kid, and I never struggled with being overweight or anything like that in my childhood and my early adolescence. It wasn't till in high school, fucking high school, man. Goddamn. I literally gained weight for the worst part of like my early years. But whatever, okay, it's fine. So like I said, I played sports up until my sophomore year of high school, and then I quit soccer because I didn't like the sport anymore. Shout out to all the coaches out there that made me hate myself. But I just didn't like the sport anymore, and I wasn't happy doing it, so I quit. And I had never worked out on my own without having soccer. Soccer was my workout. I worked out at practices, and I would do like preseason training and stuff like that, so that's what kept me in shape. So when I had nothing, of course, I did nothing. So my sophomore year of high school was the first time I ever dealt with my first bout of depression, I guess you could call it. I gained probably 20 to 30 pounds, I think, sophomore year, and it just kept gradually rising. But that was from lack of activity, which then made me get really depressed. Kind of all spiraled into what I will get into. So that weight gain led me to be in my first depression spell. I tried out antidepressants. That made it so much worse for me. I gained more weight, and then skipped through junior year, senior year of high school, kind of the same fucking thing where I was just very depressed, very lazy. I didn't work out. I didn't do anything, like nothing. I just chilled in my sadness. At that point in my life, I was active on my YouTube channel that has a lot more subscribers than this, so I had people commenting about my body changing and stuff, and I've had people say things to me about my weight and about my appearance and all of that stuff. I would just like to say it does stick with you for the rest of your life. So before you comment on somebody's body, either to their face or from an anonymous, just keep in mind that like that's gonna stick with them forever, and all of those things have stuck with me forever, if you're wondering. So now I'm really skipping through everything here. I just want to give you like a good idea of like where I was at each stage of my life, which led to different things. So after my senior year of high school, I started binge eating really bad to deal with the feelings of depression, to deal with, you know, the guilt and the shame, and just every like teenage angst emotion that you can have. I had it, and I dealt with it by eating and by being lazy and just staying in bed and isolating myself completely. The summer of my junior year in high school and the summer of my senior year in high school, I did not do much. I didn't really go out. If my friends invited me to the beach, if they invited me for a pool day, I wouldn't go because I had gained so much weight and I was so self-conscious. So I really pulled myself out of all of the things I had always enjoyed doing because I was ashamed of what I looked like, which it just made it spiral out of control, and I gained more weight, isolated myself more, and I was just a very, like, I don't know, I look back at that time in my life and I really was a totally different person. I was very like, I was just mean. I was angry, negative, like every bad thing you could be. because I just hated myself so much and I hated what I had turned myself into. And instead of dealing with that myself, I took it out on literally the world. So like anything that crossed my path, I would destroy. So now we flash forward into college and we have alcohol and drugs and things that make you forget. So that's when I started drinking a lot. That also led to me gaining more weight. And it wasn't until I would say the summer of COVID, so summer 2020, I still have videos up here from then, is when I really like started to get serious with myself and try to figure out, listen, like everybody else can't be the fucking problem. Some of it has to tie back to me, right? Like it has to be. So that's when I really got into heavy prioritizing working out, journaling, my mental health, reading self-help books, and doing a lot of work internally, I guess. And that's when I found out that I love running. Like I still do it to this day. It's been 3 years and that to me is like therapy, antidepressants, and one is me going on a run outside on a trail. I love it. So I really started prioritizing my well-being then, and since then it's kind of been up and down where I'll have moments of like I gain weight, then I'm consistent at the gym, but I've never gone fully back to how I was like in high school and in the beginning of college. Weight-wise anyways, and habit-wise, I honestly, I hate even like thinking about it because it just seems like it was a totally different person and it was just such a bad time in my life. Like I talk about it a lot because I just try to like talk through it and stuff. So that's why like I'm making this video. That's why I've made videos in the past. It helps to talk it through and be like, okay, listen, I'm not there anymore. It's okay. I can relax. That's like a little bit of a backstory. So if you want to get an idea of like how I've been in the past, and I'm sure as I'm editing this, I'll put in some pictures and stuff just to show what I looked like physically. But I guess the biggest change I've noticed from all of this stuff that I've done, and I've said it a million times, is the mental changes. That is what is important. I'm telling you, like, I love what I look like now. I'm happy with myself. I do have my days, you know. I'm a girl, so like I have my fucking days. But for the most part, I am very happy with how I look and I feel great. I don't know where I was going on this. I keep on going on so many fucking tangents. So I guess we'll just skip ahead. So that's the backstory. So I struggled with binge eating, binge drinking, not sleeping, like just I had very, very bad habits. And so I guess maybe I'll talk about how I broke them, because I mean, it's not like I just woke up one day and they were gone. So how I broke, I guess I'll do each one by one. The binge drinking habit, that I still do drink now. I don't drink as much as I used to. It's kind of the same as like how my weight fluctuates. My drinking definitely fluctuates depending on what I'm doing, if that makes any sense, and like what's going on in my life. But I try not to drink as much because even still, like now that I'm like more mentally stable, I guess you could say, I still can go a little off the rails if I drink too much. But how I cut it back is, I don't recommend waiting for this to happen, but it was that summer of 2020, I just off the rails way too bad. Like I fucked up really bad, and then decided to cut back on the drinking. Drinking literally started giving me fucking panic attacks, like, so yeah, it was bad. It was pretty bad. So doing something that I regretted so badly, that literally made me want to never drink again. That's how I started cutting it back. Even now, and since then, I'll go out for a night, have drinks and stuff, but the past couple of months, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm getting older. Whenever I drink, I get brutally hungover. Like even if I go out for 2 drinks, like me and my boyfriend will go out and have 2 drinks, just casually come home. The next day I'm done. I'm out. We can't do anything. Like I get so hungover, I get such bad headaches that I can't. So for that reason, I really can't drink as much now, which has helped with obviously the weight loss. As far as binge eating goes, that was probably the hardest habit I've ever had to break. And that one took a long time. For me, I would consider binge eating like sitting down and eating over 1,500 to 2,000 calories. That was how I used to binge back when I was overweight. And I'm not kidding. Like I'm talking, I would eat a whole jar of peanut butter, sleeve of Oreos, like a fucking loaf of bread. Like it was bad. Like I would eat to the point where I felt sick. That one, I would say honestly, just when I started prioritizing on weight loss and stuff and finding different ways to fill my time. So journaling, exercise, meditation, spending time with friends, just making sure that I always had something to do or something I was working on really helped. When I was really deep in the binge eating, it was always late at night because my sleep schedule was wicked fucked. But now I basically like make sure that I exhaust myself during the day. So like may it be through working out or working or doing something outside with friends, just something to get me really tired. So by the time it's like 8:39, I'm too tired to even think of eating. I don't restrict myself at all, so I've never been restrictive. Sometimes there have been a little gray areas where I did get a little bit restrictive just to lose a little bit of extra weight, but I'll just tell you right now, you gain it right back. So it's really, there's no point in starving yourself, because you'll have like results for a couple weeks, if even, and then you gain the weight back plus more. It's not maintainable, it's not good for your body. And I didn't plan this video out, I don't know if that's obvious, but when do I ever, right? When have I fucking ever planned out a video? And even when I do, I just go on tangents, so it's pointless. So I guess I'm just gonna talk about right now. So where I'm at in my life right now, what I am doing in my life right now, and how it's working for me. So I'm just gonna come out and say it right now. I don't do diets. I don't fucking schedule anything. I do not put myself on a routine. I see people like all over. I had to delete my TikTok. I delete it every now and then because it just drives me nuts. But like the very structured, like wake up at 5, do my full skincare, walk around the block, you know, like smell the flowers and write in my gratitude. No, I don't do that shit. I don't have time for that. And most people realistically don't, unless you're like strictly an influencer, which, damn it, I wish that was me. But as far as my day-to-day goes, I don't plan shit. I don't. What I eat during the day, it depends, whatever I'm in the mood for. Sometimes I wake up and I'm starving and I need something for breakfast, so I'll have a bagel. Sometimes I have avocado toast. Sometimes I'll have eggs. Sometimes I'll just have a coffee. It just depends. For lunch, same thing. Sometimes I eat healthy. I'll have, you know, like a salad or sushi, or tuna, something healthier, or chicken. Other times I want pizza or Chinese food or something wicked fattening from like a pizza place. Like we get these, oh my god, these calzones. It's an Alfredo calzone. The thing like drips in grease. So it's really whatever I feel like. I eat during the day. Now I don't really restrict myself. Sometimes I'll forget to eat, if I'm being honest, but like I always make up for it. I'll eat more at night or for dinner or whatever. So I don't have any sort of like strict plan. I don't restrict myself any sugar. I don't restrict myself anything, because if I've learned anything, it's like if you restrict something, or if you're like, I can't have this, you're just gonna want it more. So like, why not? Sweets, if I'm craving a sweet, I'll eat it. There's literally no structure to what I do. And living that way, and you can call it, I guess some people have called it like intuitive eating, whatever name you want to give to it. It's just, I listen to my body and do whatever my body wants. Especially different phases in my period cycle. Like right before I get my period, I'm always craving like the chocolatiest, juiciest, greasiest shit. Like, and I just let myself have it because life is too fucking short. Like why wouldn't I? As far as a workout routine schedule goes and what I do for my workouts, that I also don't really plan. So for the most part, especially since like the end of March is usually when I start working out more consistently. So like since the end of March, I do try to prioritize going on a run at least 4 or 5 times a week. But I really just base it on how I feel that day. Like there are some times when I don't want to, but I kind of feel like I need to when I'm getting a little bit anxious. Then I'll go for a run. Some days I wake up and I'm like, no fucking way. Like I can't do it. I'm too tired. I just want to do nothing. I don't do anything. So as far as for physical activity goes, I still am just running. Occasionally I'll go to the gym and do weights, but I have preferred cardio and preferred running now for so long that it's just like my go-to. So I'll go to some local trails outside, plug in my earphones, and I'll either listen to a podcast or I'll listen to my workout playlist on Spotify. So either one of those things I do. Sometimes I don't feel like running, so I'll just walk and listen to a podcast. I just recently started actually listening to like meditation podcasts when I walk, which I know I just said like I don't meditate and stuff, and it's not really like a meditation. Like I don't sit and like, you know, but it's like self-love affirmations and stuff like that, which I do some of that shit, I won't lie, but also just like doing little things with my boyfriend or with my friends, like going for a walk, going kayaking, going hiking, did a lot of skiing this winter, so like stuff like that. Like I just keep my body moving, and that has given me more results than literally anything, than following any of those you know, I won't call them stupid because I know they've worked for some people, but like workout plans, diet plans, none of those have literally ever worked for me. Anytime that I've followed a plan or anything, I get like 2 weeks into it and they're like, oh my God, you should have lost ABC amount of weight by now, and I don't, so I give up. So I don't do any of those things. None of it. I do whatever works for me and whatever I feel like doing that day. And it's gotten me here. I mean, I've lost 40 pounds, so like, can't really say what I'm doing is wrong. Because it's working just fine. But yeah, so I guess that's a little bit about what I'm doing now. It's like I had said, I had one person comment on one of the last videos that I filmed that she wanted to see more about like what I'm doing for lifestyle and fitness and stuff. And I mean, I knew like I don't do like anything out of the ordinary. It's really as basic as it gets. But yeah, that's what I do. So if you're somebody who's struggling with weight loss, I know I don't want to say it does always go hand in hand with depression and stuff like that, but a lot of those feelings all kind of tie together and it makes you feel really stuck. And I even feel like that now sometimes. Like, I'm not gonna say my fucking mental health is anything spectacular now. I don't think anyone can say that after like the past couple of years in like our generation. Like, it just, pretty much everybody's pretty fucking depressed. But for the most part, I just try to do little things every day to make myself feel a little bit better, you know? And that's really the whole goal. So if you want to start working out, if you want to start doing all of these things, eating healthier, do it for the mental. I'm telling you, not for the physical. The physical results will come, but the mental clarity and stuff that you feel, it tropes everything. I promise. It feels so much better. So yeah, I don't really know if this was like an informative video or if it was just me rambling about my life. But either or. I hope that you found this somewhat helpful. I'm not saying, I mean, I think it's obvious that I'm not saying that I'm anything like I've done anything crazy or out of the ordinary or literally anything like that. I just do very basic things that keep my body moving and keep my body energized. And it really isn't any more complicated than that. You can make it complicated with like macros and protein and stuff like that, which maybe one day I will focus on more, but as of right now, what I'm doing is keeping me healthy. I feel fine. I have energy. I sleep good. So, I mean, what else can you ask for? Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see any more of these. I know it's kind of all over the place and really not structured, or I don't even know if this was helpful, honestly. I hope it was, but I don't know. Alright, well, I will talk to you guys in my next video and have a great rest of your day. Peace.